We are live. I'm gonna go post the tweet around, so give me one moment. It's cool that I have, like, I can change my Twitter name with, like, the press of 2 buttons. It's very easy. Posting the tweet around, will be there soon. Tweet. I'm posting the tweet around, and then I'll get to you. So hold your horses, please, children. 1 or 2 more places, and we'll be. Okay, we're good. We're going to transition. We're just chatting. Hello. How is everybody? As you can see, I look a bit tired. Even though, I'm just moving I need to get something more stable for my camera and for my desk, because I can't be having this where it shakes every single time I move. Hello, Katie. And hello, Emma. Why didn't Emma's GIF play? This fucking shit again. Hello, Emma. How are you, Emma Marie? Katie says, I'm also a little bit tired, but a little less than usual today. That's good. I know we slept for a pretty long time last night, and I woke up this morning at like 6:30, and I said good morning, Katie, or whatever, and then I fell right back asleep. Katie says, orb scream is quieter than Doctor Who sound. You know what? We're gonna go fiddle with that right now. See if I can't turn it up. Let me see if I can turn it up. Okay, let me try it now. Are you happy, Katie? It's louder now. Emma says, I am good, other than someone on Crabber spammed a crab tag, and someone decided that it annoyed them, so reported every single molt. So now I have to deal with being spammed in the mod queue? Oh, I didn't know that you were a mod on Spammer. I'm on Crabber. Katie says, orb. Listen to it again. This is comforting to Katie. This scream is comforting to Katie. Emma, see, that's why you've been simping so hard for Crabber. Because you moderate it. So you get to decide who stays. Can I just send you molts directly every time that I see something that violates the rules? Or that I don't like? Because... Okay, we're setting up some nepotism here. So I wanted to talk about the things that are in my topics today, which are no bones days. So if you don't know what no bones days are, they're pretty much the exact same thing as like having no spoons or a low spoons day. And this is something that really annoys me personally, currently, because we as a community, as disabled people, have been talking about spoons and like low spoons days for years, and then some person makes one no bones day TikTok, and that becomes the decided upon terminology. It feels like, to me at least, that people value the input of fucking animals more than, like, disabled people. And it's very exhausting when you're just like, we already have a term for this. And when we bring a new term that means exactly the same as another one, we're obfuscating. What's the fucking... I can't say words. I can't say the word. My mouth can't make the fucking pattern of sounds. Obfuscate. I can't fucking say it. You know what? We're gonna Google how to say Oh, thank you for subscribing, Chloe. You've been subbed for 18 months in a row. Your baby is a year, not even a year old. Your baby is 9 months. No? 9 months old. It's 9 months old. Katie says, Emma says, the Ables are at it again. Yeah. Is Babushka follow? Let's see. Let's test the follow widget.
Welcome, Moon and Star.
No.
To this place where destiny is made.
I might have gotten rid of the original Babushka. Let's see what host is. That's from Babushka. What about donation? Okay.
This is a test donation for $11.
Okay, can I remove that from the donation thingy? Because it looks like I have more money than I do. Oh well. Emma says black. Oh no, not Emma. What? Katie says, I think you're trying to put a T sound that isn't supposed to be there. I can't fucking say it. Obfuscating. I can't, it's hard.
Obfuscating.
Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google. Say it for me again.
Obfuscating.
Thank you. Obfuscating. I can't fucking say that word. It's so broken. It's a dumb. There are words that I just can't say. I can't say colloquial. How to say okay, I cannot say this word.
Colloquial.
I can't say it. I cannot say colloquial. Oh, I said it right there, but I typically cannot say it. Katie says, see, I was right though. Listen, Katie. I can't say words. There are words that are just like impossible for me to say in the way that I say them. You know? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but all I'm saying is words are hard for me. Anyway, what we were talking about is that I feel like No Bones Day is making terminology such as like spoony or low spoons sort of like esoteric when they shouldn't be, and that really sucks because I don't want my experience to be one of esotericism, and I don't want to have to use No Bones Days because I'm not a fucking dog. I don't want to have to use like a system or a terminology that literally was not born out of disability justice like the spoony thing was, but instead out of somebody seeing how their dog is sad sometimes and then being like, we're just like that sometimes. We have No Bones Days too. And it's very upsetting and very exhausting that like that's what got popular when spoons to me just makes more sense. Katie says, that is true, but you were saying it even harder on yourself by trying to fit a T sound that doesn't belong. Are you sure I'm trying to fit a T sound, or I just can't say the word because the sounds get all messed up in my mouth? Was I trying to add a sound, or like what about I can't say colloquial. I will not be able to say that word tomorrow. Someone will write it in chat and I won't be able to say it. Don't even attempt for me to try to say that. And you know, hello soul, you have today off because it's the day that a bunch of dudes died or something. Oh, the troops died. Troops. The only good. Hello, Paz.
I shall die a bachelor.
How is Denmark, Paz? How is it going in the state of Denmark? Is it cold? Is it getting dark? What's the deal? It gets dark here at like fucking 4 p.m. It's so annoying. Don't even get. It's just very aggravating that like it's 4 o'clock and it's getting dark and it's like, oh, it's dinner time. No, dinner's 3 hours away. Katie says, oh no, stream is stopping for me. Do not know why. It looks like I have really good internet, Katie. It might be your internet. Chloe says Twitch has been fucky all day. So it's Twitch? Okay. Remember, gang, if the Twitch chat ever goes out, like this chat, if this chat ever goes out, the Discord has a channel specifically for stream chat. It's called stream discussion. So if we're talking, if this chat goes out, just ping me in that Discord channel and say, Addie, look at me, Addie. The stream is out. Okay? I need y'all to have my back on this because I'm not. How am I supposed to know if the stream chat is down? If the stream chat is down, to me, it just looks like y'all aren't talking to me. You know what I mean? Well, what are you doing today, Soul, since you have the day off? You just chillaxing? You should just relax and vibe. Paz says, well, the Social Democrats are planning to slash the student body of the humanities by 1/4. So I'm going to a blockade tomorrow to block the principal's gala, where all the politicians who have been pushing to slash the student body are also gonna be there. So there's plans to meet up before the gala starts and block the entrance. Oh, nice. You should also bring some eggs. For egg reasons. I'm not going to tell you what to do with those eggs. I'm just saying that you should bring eggs. Maybe a smoothie or two. Eggs are a good choice because a smoothie is going to melt by the time someone gets there, you know? If you're getting there before them, it might be melted by the time they get there. So I would recommend eggs. Well, and also if the eggs are sitting out in the hot sun for a long time, then they get stinky and that's like a double extra thing. I'm not telling you what to do with the eggs. Like I said, I am just saying eggs exist. Paz says, oh wait, sorry, correction. Slashing 1/4 of the humanities except for law, the worst humanity. Law school, at least in the US, is like horrific. It's truly one of the most toxic educational environments that you could ever be in, truly. Because it's like, your job as a lawyer completely depends on what you do in law school. It's very competitive. Like, law firms poach law students from law schools based on their, what they do in law school. So law school is incredibly competitive and incredibly cutthroat, and it doesn't need to be. Like, I truly and fully believe that it should be illegal for scouting to happen in law schools or any school, really, because it only leads to a very toxic, very bad competitive environment where it leads you to denigrate your fellow peers and your students in an academic environment where you should be working together, you know? Water is good. Water is very underrated. I recommended some people to join Crabber today, so hopefully we'll get some new cool beans on Crabber. Paz says, oh yeah, the law school building is right across from the one I sit at campus. So every now and again, I just see these fucking white blonde cunts in 3-piece suits on campus acting all uppity and superior. Yeah, because it's like, that's like the sort of, what law school pushes on. Look how white I look. Where is the white balance for my freaking camera today? I look like the fucking moon. Okay, let me turn down my white balance for a second, because it looks, yeah, it's like way higher than it usually is. But now I look really pink, and I didn't even touch it. What the F? Okay, hold up. Right around here is good, I feel like. There we go. Okay, look, I actually look like I have a color to my face. I am actually pretty pink, apparently. Well, now it looks too high. Now, the more I look at it, the more it kind of weighs me out. Alright. This looks good. This looks good to me. Soul says, chilling but wish I could stop my brain being a despair person. I have not been okay at all this year, which sucks. Because I'm on 15 months of HRT, yet my mind is being a coward, saying I should have stayed closeted. Fuck your stupid ass brain. Your brain is a little bitch ass that's trying to bring you down because it's jealous that you are doing something that it can't do, which is walk around and do things. The brain is stuck in the skull, but you are like, you would get to experience everything. The brain gets everything like secondhand. It has to learn everything from you. It's just jealous of you. Tell it to fuck off. It can't do anything to you. Ooh, brain. Katie says, I made a crabber, but just like Twitter, I don't know what to do with it. Well, maybe you should. Have you followed me on Crabber yet, Katie? Paz says, on a more positive note, pomegranates are the fucking best. Yes, pomegranates are the best. Pomegranates are truly the best fruit. I will die defending pomegranates because pomegranates are truly, 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 truly the best fruit. One, you get to play with it. You don't, if you sit down with like a bowl, like a big-ish bowl and a pomegranate, and you put on a TV show, you're going to be eating that pomegranate for like 45 minutes because it's like so involved with your hands, and it helps you watch the TV show because you're not distracted with your goddamn phone. Paz says, picking out pomegranate seeds is so fucking fun. I agree with you, Paz. You are correct. Emma says, make a crabber and post, Paz. Yes, Paz, make a crabber. Katie says, pomegranates are super tasty. I'm very bad at getting seeds out part, though. Yeah. Well, your nails are too long, I feel like, Katie. Katie's nails are so long. Like, I like to keep my nails kind of short. I know one of my nails is kind of... But, like, this is how long... This is, like, the longest I like it. And I'll try to probably cut them soon. And then, compared to this hand, my right hand, I don't really cut it very often. It's very difficult. So you can see my right hand, the nails, like, especially this pinky, the nails are really weird and cut in a weird way. Because cutting the fingernails on my right hand is literally so difficult that it's like, I rarely do it. I only do it when I need to. Katie says, I don't know who anyone is on Crabber. I ended up popping too many seeds and it makes me feel sad. I will show you how to do it, Katie. Okay? I will show you how to do it the correct way next time you're over. Bring a pomegranate and we'll do it. Ugh. I am tired today. Pez says, I mean, popping seeds just adds extra fun. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. But that's less taste in your mouth. It is less taste in your mouth. I need to fix the donation thing. It's really annoying me that it's wrong. I did not give $55. I have $44. Or like 40, wasn't it? $44 that it said before I fiddled with it, before I accidentally did the thingy. How do I refresh it? Can I refresh my source? Refresh cache. Okay. Frick it. It's gonna say $55 even though. Do you? I thought it was at 55. It doesn't add to it. Maybe you're right. Maybe my mind is just melting and I'm dumb. Soul says, it's more external stuff in the world that the brain absorbed a chunk of it, making me feel like hardly anyone cares to protect trans people. I wish I could be Dragon Gal and just compost the bigots. I think, honestly, Twitter is truly the worst place to be on if you want to have a positive mindset as a trans person. Truly. Because Twitter, it very much focuses on negativity. It's literally built that way as a website. And so it forces you to only see the negative aspects of living as a trans woman and seeing only the negative news about trans people, especially in the UK. Sometimes for days, my timeline is just depressing shit from from the UK about like Kathleen Stock or something like that. Just fucking uninstall Twitter, close that shit out, and just try to see what is actually happening in the real world, which is like overall. Shut up, Emma. I meant to say the UK. I got Britain and UK mixed up. I wanted to say both, and I couldn't decide on which one to say, so I said the Britain instead of the UK or just Britain. Like what I'm trying to say is like in a reality, while things still really, really suck for trans people, it has been overall getting more and more positive as time goes on. And, you know, like, by virtue of the fact that there are more trans people online and being vocal about it is proof enough that there's been an overall positive impact on transness in general, that people feel like okay enough to even come out. Like so many people before us, generations before us, never would have done that. They would have just gone completely stealth or not have transitioned at all. But I feel like we are doing a lot better than we used to. Oh, hello, Amanda from Canada.
What?
Amanda. Paz says, oh, I have to use Shinigami eyes to navigate Twitter because, like, 99% of the time, it is just a sea of red. Yeah, exactly. It's just horrible. It's horrible. And it's like, I don't know. Katie says, I was lied to about the length of Tyranny. I thought the game was supposed to be short, but I'm like 20 hours in, and it doesn't feel like anywhere near the end. Good luck, Katie. Good luck, Katie. That's what I felt about Dragon Age Inquisition. People were like, it's not a long game, but you can get done with it. Lies. That shit takes at least 60 hours to complete. It's so annoying. Pez says, oh yeah, it's from the Pillars of Eternity people. Yes, it is. So it's fucking forever. It might be short in terms of those sort of games. Okay. You know what's something that is annoying me? The camera shake happens, like, you see how there's like camera shake? Oh, there wasn't anymore. The camera shake happens because my feet are on my desk, and I need to have my feet up so I don't, like, pass out. It's really annoying. So it's like, either you get camera shake or you get Addie passing out. Make a decision. So let's watch this Terry Crews ad. We need to see this. I need you all to be in pain the same way that I have been in pain the past day. I saw this yesterday, and now we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it today. Are you ready? I'm ready. But this is going to cast intense psychic damage on you, so just be prepared. Okay.
We're here.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn it up.
Amazon was hiring a bajillion people and thought I'd take a look for myself. Do you have to go with the arrow up?
I hate you.
Arrow up. So
I hate you,
Amazon
Terry Crews.
does pay for tuition?
Yep.
So what do you think my major should be?
Major should be majoring in shutting the fuck up. Yeah, working at Amazon is so fun, gang.
Benefits,
Don't you
tuition,
know?
and flexible hours.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
hell
So
yeah.
check out
Amazon is so fun to work for.
I-
But the flexible hours will pay you literally $5 an hour, and the only way for you to make fucking any sort of money is if you work like 60 hours a work week, so. I'm just saying that I look for jobs. I look for jobs through Amazon, through flexible hours and working from home, and they're all dog shit. Don't even get me started. They're all horrible. Every single one that I looked at, they're all dog shit. Amazon does not care about disabled people. Emma says Brooklyn Nine-Nine and its consequences. Well, see, I don't understand how, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is any different from this video, because it's like they're both astroturfing two horrific institutions, one being the police, the other being Amazon. So I really don't see how these are tonally any different. Paz says, it took me 70 hours to finish Pillars of Eternity 1, and I didn't even play the DLCs. I got burned out 30 hours into Pillars of Eternity 2 because I was still very much in the opening of the game. Yes, let me tell you, I hate Pillars of Eternity. I tried so hard to get into this game because everybody I know who likes this game loves Pillars of Eternity. So I booted it up, and first thing that starts is fuck ton of reading. Fucking paragraph after paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. And I was like, So you keep going, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll be able to figure things out. And then there's this like town that you go into, and they're like, go to this tavern to find this lady or whatever. And I, for the life of me, could not find this tavern for like 2 hours. I just rage quit there. I was like, fuck it. Fuck this game. Amanda says, abolish Bezos. Abolish capitalism. Paz says, and Pillars of Eternity is so full of reading. Yeah, it's like the reading game. Emma says, Brooklyn Nine-Nine at least portrays every other cop organization as corrupt. And I don't know why they even made a cop show at that point. Because they wanted to astroturf the police. Katie says, I love Pillars of Eternity. You would, you nerd. Look at Katie. Everybody, Katie likes to read. Ah ha ha ha. Katie, what a nerd. Soul says, didn't he like have a hemophilia take where 2 moms or something? What the fuck are you talking about, Soul? What? I don't understand the construction of this sentence. Didn't he like have a hemophilia take where 2 moms or something a while? What does that mean? What does the sentence mean? Can anyone else decode it? Katie says, the opening area and first dungeons of Pillars of Eternity is like my favorite introduction to an RPG. I agree. I remember the dungeon very well. Didn't he have like a homophobe take where 2 moms or something? I still don't understand the sentence, Soul. Are you saying that Terry Crews is lesbophobic? Paz says, oh yeah, I quit on Pillars of Eternity. First time I played, and then I tried again, and I beat it, and loved it all the way through, except for the one NPC who is an author self-insert, who is a massive sexist piece of shit. And I really did not like the racism, where one of the races are enslaved because they're half bee and only considered a half intelligent race. Ooh, yikes. Yikes. Stop doing fantasy racism, please. Stop it. Stop. Stop. No more. No more fantasy racism. We have shown that we can't do it correctly, so let's just stop. Stop it. Emma says Terry Crews is a bipan lesbian. No, I don't know. I'm gonna Google this. Let me Google. Terry Crews lesbian. Can't spell lesbian. I spelled it wrong like 5 times in a row now. Apologizes for comments about same-sex parents. Okay. I believe paternal and maternal love are like vitamins and minerals to humanity. Okay, dude. Very binary. Oh shit. I believe men to be more vulnerable in order to fix the many problems that we created. And this starts with me. This is like an apology, right? This is as fucking boring as Terry Crews. Apologize. What? Okay, can I see the tweets? Can I see the tweets? Okay. If a successful black man can't advise the black male youth of the next generation, who will? The street. Oh my god. Why is Terry Crews like very like slightly weird about everything? And so he said that like that mums and dads are like vitamins and minerals, and if you don't have a mum or a dad, you're missing out. That doesn't make any sense. Tay, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Gang, because I did that with Tay, when I said, Tay, I'm sorry for not adding the alert command, my literal fucking keyboard thingy fell off. My keyboard like holder thingy fell off, and my keyboard and mouse are on the floor. So give me a moment, children. I need to fix my keyboard thingy. Okay. Okay. Okay, Dana Bro also fell. Here's my Dana Bro. He's my homie. You don't even know how dirty this shit was before I cleaned it the other day. Okay, bringing my mouse back. Okay, uh-oh. My internet is shitting. I don't know why. Looks like it's coming back up, though. Ow, banged my knee. Okay, I think I did it. I think I've done it. It's okay now. I'm sorry. Tay, look what you've done. Oh. See, this is what happens when you try to lurk in my chat. My entire desk falls apart. Oh gosh. Pat says, did you drop the Danish flag that came from on heaven onto the floor? I'm sorry. I violated the flag code, but for Denmark. Emma says, there's a baby crab section, so I could see where you were the newest account. Post your crabber in Discord and I'll follow you after stream. Amanda says, wait, I saw the T emote and named Tay T. I'm sorry. Good job. Good job, Amanda. Tay is now T, or is it T-Tay or Tay T? T-Tay sounds pretty good. I'm gonna watch this clip. We're gonna watch this clip because I think this is funny. Doesn't make any sense. Tay, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Gang. Can literally hear it happen. When I said, Tay, I'm sorry for not adding the alert command, my literal fucking keyboard thingy fell off. My keyboard like holder thingy fell off and my keyboard and mouse are on the floor. So give me a moment, children. That doesn't... Oh god. Oh, look, this is my Streamlabs. Hope y'all get a nice look at it. It's pretty, isn't it? That was pretty funny. Thank you for clipping that. Thank you all so much. What were we talking about before that happened? Terry Crews and vitamins and whatever? What is up with that? Why would weird. It's so weird. It's very weird, like, hearing neoliberals try to talk about anything, because it's like, y'all don't know nothing. Please, research. Oh, it's hot in Topeka. Getting hot in here. In my Star Trek, I'm Captain Kirk now. Oh my god, I could be like a femme Captain Kirk. Gender swapped Captain Kirk. I'm not transphobic, therefore I am more Captain Kirk than William Shatner. Premium Socket says, I'm late. Did we talk about Terry Crews yet? Well, we're sort of talking about him right now. We watched the Amazon ad, where he simped for Amazon. We can watch it again. And the name, I'm dead. Yeah, good job. Good job, Amanda. Addie Merle Kirk, yeah. Emma says, Addie too soon. Pulsar is tomorrow. True. Oh, tomorrow, I should tell you about this. Tomorrow, me, Emma, Amanda, and Chloe are going on Friend Friday tomorrow, and we're playing Pulsar, Lost Colony, which is basically a bridge simulator game. Very fun. Like, I'm gonna be the captain, Emma's gonna be the engineer. It'll be really fun. So please come around for that tomorrow to be fun. Anyway, Terry Crews, simping for Amazon. Yet another disappointment from Terry Crews, truly. I don't know, like, when Terry Crews lost favor in my mind. It was probably sometime around last year. I'm sure he had incredibly liberal takes, neo-lib takes about riots or whatever. Socket says, I've been playing Pulsar since it was way in early access. It is so satisfying to play. I like it so far. I have not played much of it. So if you want to come around tomorrow and help me figure out how to play the game, that'll be great. But I'm excited. I'm very excited for it because I love bridge simulator games. I love Artemis Bridge Simulator. I've played that at MagFest, and that was very fun. But Artemis is also super expensive, and you need like 6 people to play with you. So it's like, hey, 6 people, do you all want to spend like $50 on a video game? No. Nobody wants to do that. Learn from Among Us. Everybody wants to play a game that's free with their homies. Nobody wants to play a game that costs money with their homies, I feel like. And especially when it's like not a very popular game, sort of like Pulsar, it's very hard to get your homies to enjoy that game with you. But I'm very glad that I have friends that want to play that game with me. Soul says, like, he was in Sorry to Bother You. He is a very flimsy or just dense on principles. I just think Terry Crews cares more about money than anything else. A lot of celebrities. I think a lot of people don't really recognize or understand at what level the celebrities they like are actually just pieces of shit that will just say anything for money. Like, I don't trust a single like celebrity when they talk about their political views, because when I hear that, I'm just like, well, what audience are you trying to cater to, sir? You know what I mean? You could disagree, but maybe I'm just jaded at this point because it's like another disappointment after another disappointment. I feel like it's much better for me to completely detach myself from the type of parasocialism that comes with giving a fuck what celebrities' political opinions are. Paz says, what? The person I have a parasocial relationship with who's a multimillionaire isn't trustworthy and someone I should consider a friend? Yeah, sadly, Terry Crews is not your homie. It's just, I don't know. It's just so upsetting to me because it's like, why would you do this? Why? What is the objective? What do you gain? I don't know. Maybe I'm just complaining for no reason. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get these horrible burps sometimes where it doesn't even feel like a burp. It just feels like a pain coming up my throat. And it's like, I gotta, and then they're almost silent, but they hurt when they go up. I don't know how to describe it. It's probably GERD. I don't like it. It's no fun. Don't get sick, children. Do not get born with a genetic disorder that affects every system of your body, because if you do, it's gonna suck a lot. Don't do it, kids.
Oh, my neck, my back.
Paz is making me fix my posture. It's hot in here, though. It is hot in Addyland right now. Paz says, posture check, because your table collapsing fucked your posture. Probably, yeah, it probably. Oh! Everything is failing today. My microphone, my desk. Emma says, I love my entire digestive system burning, actually. Yeah, and that's also very common with autism, which is interesting because it's like, what does autism have to do with digestion? Like, why? What is the connection there? But like almost every single person I know with autism has digestion problems. Soul says, oh no, I wasn't even attached to him. Just like these celebs are hollow as a as a pea coffin. Yes, they're very hollow, like that coffin. Paz says, soon, just the wall collapses, yeah, or like the roof collapses onto me. Wouldn't that be great? Emma says, DNA really doubles up on weird shit, huh? Yeah, maybe, but like, also, like, is it the autism or is it Ehlers-Danlos syndrome that's causing the digestive problems? Because if you have EDS, for example, you are 8 times more likely to be diagnosed with autism. So, from that knowledge, we know that autism rates within the EDS community are pretty high comparatively to the rest of the population. Well, EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, is a genetic condition. It's known for joint pain and like joint shittiness, but the biggest reason why people get diagnosed with EDS is that they start to have horrible stomach problems, digestion problems, and that is what leads them down the road to being diagnosed with EDS. So when you put these two together, when you put these two pieces of knowledge together, A, that autism rates are pretty high in the EDS community, and B, that the leading cause of diagnosis within the EDS community is digestion problems, and C, digestion problems are heavily associated with autism. You have to start to think, what is the digestion problems associated with EDS associated with autism just Ehlers-Danlos syndrome? Or is the digestion problems within EDS patients actually autism? This is the sort of research that we need, but instead, the research that they're doing is, how do we get rid of autistic people? Soul says, it has been so hard to get motivated to consistently work out. I have regained a good deal of weight back. I think the best way to consistently work out is to do a sport. I don't mean this like join a club. I don't mean it like that. I mean to find a sport that you enjoy, whether that be basketball, whether that be soccer, whether that be tennis, ping pong, any sort of sport. You just do that, because sports and games, they're just innately more fun, and your brain just wants to do them better. Like when you see people that have kept fit in their whole life, you ask them what they do, and they usually have a game or a sport that they do every day. That can be jogging. That's a sport. It could be playing tennis. That's a sport. But like, when you stop thinking of working out as like things you have to do, like squats and push-ups and all that shit, as opposed to just trying to have fun, then you're not going to get very far in exercise where you're not having fun. Like for many people, that sort of thing, like going to the gym and lifting weights and just are doing on a treadmill, that sort of thing is fun, and that's why they keep going back to the gym. But you need to do things, like I'm saying, you just need to have fun with your exercise. You need to find what is fun for you to do exercise. Like for me, that was kayaking. I figured out that I can't exercise in an upright position. I need to be sitting down. And the options for me was like a rowing machine and recumbent bicycles. And like, I didn't fucking like any of that shit. And then I found kayaking. And I did that every single day last summer. So I found the thing that I enjoyed. Emma says, a lot of my family has IBS, so I don't know if it's related to that or the IBS is from EDS, lol. Well, I will say that IBS is one of my digestive diagnoses, so. Socket says, retweet. Soul says, Ring Fit is fun. Just it's been annoying having the leg strap slide down. That makes sense. Have you considered doing exercise like doing a hula hoop or doing just jump rope? A lot of people really like doing jump rope. I like doing jump rope. That's just fun as fuck. But I can't do jump rope because I can't stand up for very long. Like, you gotta just think of things. I think the problem really with the fitness like atmosphere in the fitness community is that gyms and like going to the gym is like the only form of exercise that's presented as a valid way of losing weight or just getting fit or attaining the body that you want. I mean, if you don't want to lose weight, you don't have to. Fuck fat phobia. If you want to be fat, go ahead. But if you want to get fit, going to the gym and like following the advice of like subreddits or like the general public, you're not going to get good advice. Socket says, I just don't get out enough to find a sport I like. That's totally fair. For me, it took forever. to figure out a sport I liked. And I mean, when I found kayaking, it was like perfect because I could do that alone. I didn't have to deal with anybody, and it's just relaxing. And with kayaking, you can take it all entirely at your own pace. If you're on flat water meaning like lakes, ponds, that sort of thing, and you can just paddle as hard as you want, then stop and just sit and just not move, or just slowly move with the slight current of the lake and just vibe. I love kayaking. It's truly, it's pretty great. Soul says, problem is, I don't have a private space to do that, unless I want my mom to see my chest bounce up and down. The weight loss is more for fat redistribution than actually being slim. Totally makes sense. Like I said, I feel like exercising and that sort of thing should be about obtaining the body or having fun. Obtaining a body that you want or having fun. And having fun, for me, is of the utmost importance because you're never going to obtain your secondary goals without having fun. Paz says, maybe I should use my campus river to kayak on it. LOL. Paz? Kayak. Just try it. And it's like, I want y'all to know that a lot of sports and a lot of, things have rentals. For example, kayaks. Kayak rentals are, so common. It's unbelievable. Search in your area, kayak rentals, and I'm sure at least 5 are gonna pop up. Number 2 is for example, one of the other big sports that I talk about often on my streams is figure skating. And figure skating, very difficult sport to get into, incredibly money intensive, probably one of the most expensive sports to ever get into, if you want to do it seriously. But you don't have to do it seriously. You can rent some skates at a local rink and skate around, see how you like it. But I will say, please, 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 for the love of God, before you go ice skating, watch videos or ask me even how to ice skate. Because if you go out there and if you don't have good balance or you can't skate well and you start to hate ice skating because of that, I mean, that sucks. You just never learned how to ice skate correctly. If your fun is being limited by the fact that you can't zoom or have fun on the ice, then somebody needs to teach you how to be on the ice correctly. But that's a tangent. Paz says, what? Yuri on Ice was not realistic about figure skating being hard to get into? Listen, it is incredibly expensive. Don't even get me started. Saka says, yeah, there's also the in-public deal. Yeah, fucking in-public sucks. I'm just in general uncomfy with being active around people I don't know. Completely understandable. This is why I hate gyms. If you tell somebody who is struggling with fitness to go to the gym, you fucking suck. The gym is a horrible environment to go to start exercising. Or to start your fitness journey. I truly believe that it's the worst place to go because it's just the atmosphere of a gym is very sucky. It sucks. It's not good. You cannot get over the fact that people might be looking at you because a ton of fucking people in the fucking gym, and you probably don't feel good about the way that you look, which is why you're at the gym. And so now there's a bunch of people looking at you, and so you're hyper aware how you look while you're exercising. It's no fun. The gym, no. Emma says, go ice skating for 3 hours, and you'll learn how to not fall over most of the time. Well, the one big piece of advice I have about ice skating is that the blade of an ice skate is not like this. It's not a V and then you're skating on an edge, just one knife. In fact, a figure skating or in fact any ice skating blade is shaped like this, like a upside down U, and there's 2 edges, this edge, and you're actually sitting on 2 edges on your one ice skate. So once you understand that, I feel like balance becomes far more easy to understand. Amanda says, I've never learned how to skate, LOL. Being a Canadian, everyone around me was just like, you just skate. Why do you suck so much? Bitch, nobody taught me. Amanda, I will teach you when you come to Bimbo Summit. The American will teach the Canadian how to ice skate. Emma says, LMAO, the one time I went ice skating in the first hours of clinging to the side, until I learned how to stay up. Yes, learning how to ice skate is very scary. I will admit that. It's very scary. Socket says, I should just do daily laser tag. I mean, if you can afford it, what's stopping you? That is a valid form of exercise. Don't listen to any fucking loser that's like, oh, that's how you exercise? Fuck that. Let them eat your ass. Fuck them. Also, if you like laser tag, what about paintball? I know in my area, there is like a paintball place that's like sort of in the woods, and a lot of guys do that on the weekend. Not a lot of guys. A lot of people, plenty of women, plenty of people in general do it. But I've always liked that. But some people don't like getting hit with paintballs. It kind of hurts. Cheap paintballs hurt more. Socket says, that is a good idea. See? And paintball is exercise. You're running around. Like, how is it any different than, like, any other form of exercise? You're just having fun with it. I feel like one big problem with school is how we go to school and how PE is presented. Like, PE is always seen as like this very like, ugh, I don't want to do PE. It sucks. Because the PE does suck. You don't get to do anything fun in PE. Who remembers playing volleyball? That shit hurt me a lot. I hate volleyball despite being okay at it. Paz says, every winter, there's always an outdoors ice skating rink near where I'm at, but I'm never good at ice skating on ice. Just go. Learn. Figure it out. Stop being afraid of messing up. Because let me tell you, fucking professional figure skaters, like fucking Olympic figure skaters, fall all the time. All the time on the ice. I cannot even tell you how often these bitches fall. It is very hard to stay balanced on the ice, and even they fuck up. So, like, that's all you just need to take in is that the ice skating is very difficult, and it's even very difficult for the people who do it every single freaking day of their lives. Emma says, paintball needs time to recover from bruising and such, though. Well, you could always, my brother, I'm pretty sure there are ways to help with the bruising. My brother used to do it. I could ask him. If you join the Discord, here's a link to the Discord if you haven't already joined it. And I will put in his tips for the owies of paintball, because he used to do it a lot. Amanda says, like, I can skate, but not properly at all. I used to go skating a number of times every winter, but I basically just learned how to move and stay balanced, not do anything properly. I would say going fast on the ice is very scary. Gaining momentum and like learning how to slow down is very hard. I don't know how people do it in hockey skates. It looks like it's hell on your ankles. Because like with a figure skate blade, you have the ice pick at the front of the blade, which you can just, stop yourself on, and it's very easy. It's like a break. I don't know how hockey dudes do it. Rocket says, okay, the one exception is badminton day. Oh, badminton is so fun. You're right. Okay, did y'all ever play a game called like Dr. Doctor? I don't know how else it was called Dr. Doctor at my school, but basically it was like dodgeball, but there were like 4 people on your team that were like medics who, if you got hit by a dodgeball, you're supposed to sit down, and they would run over with like those little scooter carts things that you could sit on, and they would have to drag you to the end of the gym, and then you were revived, and then you could get back into the dodgeball game. And everybody would try to go after the medics. Like if you see a medic on the court, and you would have to throw the ball at them, like everybody would try to hit them. Being the medic is the hardest job in that game, I will say. Soul says, I played floor hockey in PE and almost sent a jock to the hospital because I was too defensive. There's no such thing as too defensive, Soul. If you hurt if you hurt a jock, that shows that you are the better athlete. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You beat his ass. Is everybody excited for Half-Life 2 today? I'm excited. Because I am a lot more awake than yesterday. Yesterday I was very out of it. Emma says, because it's not like cold in there, but the ice isn't melting. Emma says, also, how do ice rinks work? Because it's not like cold in there, but the ice isn't melting at all. Emma, I don't want to explain to you the mechanics of ice skating and how ice rinks works, but a lot of the time people do not describe ice rinks as not cold. I would say they're pretty cold, but you might have a pretty high temperature resistance. Soul says, the floor scooters, yes. I miss that game so much. It was so fun. Dodgeball in general is a fun sport. I love dodgeball, but I'm very good at throwing things. I got long ass arms, so I can just go, wah! I don't have to throw anything. I could just like drop it at the end of your face if you're 3 feet away because my arms are so long. Amanda says, yeah, LMAO. I played 4 seasons of organized ball hockey, and my career stats are 0 goals, 1 assist, and 2 penalty minutes. Congrats, Amanda! Truly the apex athlete of the group. No. Amanda says, I got 1 goal, 0 assists. So, you are truly the Wayne Gretzky of all of us. You are truly so much better at sport than any single one of the people in this room. Katie says, they actually feel a lot less cold than you would think a room full of ice would feel. True, I would say they're chilly. They're kind of chilly. But like when I ice skated, there was a bunch of like little girls that also skated that were learning how to figure skate as well. And so they were always like super cold because like they're children. So maybe I'm a little biased. But like every time you try to take a normie to the ice rink, they're like, oh, it's so cold. How do you do this? And I'm like in a tank top and I'm like, it's not cold. Soul says, I liked blowing bubbles and climbing the spider dome playground thing. Did y'all's playground have a metal slide? Did that bitch get so hot in the summer? Oh my golly. Why did they invent those? Whose idea was it to invent metal reflective slides that get like 90,000 degrees in the sun? Katie says, oh, I already read that. Emma says, there was this like 1 9-year-old kid doing spins and shit, LMAO. 9-year-olds, they fucking... Listen to me. If you want to be a good figure skater, you have to start that shit at like age 4. If you don't start at any young, if you start it after like your baby years, you're not going to be a good figure skater. So don't expect yourself to be like competing with the 9-year-old who's doing spins and shit, okay? It's one of those sports that you need to be basically groomed into to be good at it. It sucks. But it's also just like, that isn't to say that you can't be a good figure skater if you start later in your life. You just aren't going to get to the level of skill as, say, like Adelina Satnikova or something like that. You're not going to be an Olympic level ice skater. So please don't ever try to compare yourself to like somebody who started figure skating when they were 3. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Amanda says, it was funny because I was there trying to play casually, but most others were like AA hockey players playing ball hockey because it was the off season. Yes, let me tell you about speed skaters and getting into, what's it called? Roller derby during the off season. Don't even get me started. Those bitches would be so annoying. So annoying when it was time for roller derby season because they were like, oh, I don't like roller derby. I wish I was on the ice. I'm like, motherfucker. Nobody's forcing you to play roller derby. Nobody's asking you to be here. You don't have to play roller derby. You can go ice skate by yourself and just keep training and waiting for the next season to show up. You don't need to be a Debbie Downer, okay? Katie says, the most fun thing is whenever I go skating, there's always some little loaf who is by far the most skilled person on the ice. Yes. Their child is always there. There's always like a 6-year-old that's just stunting on everybody. My entire life, I've always been envious of that 6-year-old. Emma says, British schools don't have shit in their playgrounds. What? That's sad. What the fuck is all the tax for? Soul says, some yes, but most had the non-metal slides. Lots of tunes, though. Swings are my shit, though. I would say the only good swings are the hard plastic ones that are like in a rectangle. I can't sit in regular swings anymore because it like subluxes my hips and I'm like, ugh! It hurts. I need the flat ones for my shitty little joints. Katie says, well, I would be pretty sad if I could only play Quake a few months a year. True, but nothing is stopping you from practicing Quake while nobody is playing. Socket says, last time I went ice skating, it was the first time a kid, let me read this again. Last time I went ice skating was the first time a kid couldn't tell if I was a girl or a boy and had to ask me twice. Oh, that happens to me a lot. People will be like sometimes, I can tell you this one story. I was going to class, like in college, and there was like 4 men standing by the doors, and they were having this like hushed conversation. And then when I walked by, one of the guys was like, yo, are you a boy or a girl? And I just said, whatever you want me to be, baby. And then I went inside, and that was probably the best like spontaneous little comeback that I've ever come up with. Oh, it is 2:00, so we're gonna transition to BRB and start the timer. So it's 5 minutes. Go get a drink. Go get some snacks if you need to. I am just going to... This is the break before we play Half-Life 2. I will be reading chat, but I'm just relaxing right now. I just love ice skating. It's so good. But sockets, really do check out that paintball stuff. Are there any good paintball places in your area? There isn't. Like, it doesn't have to be paintball. It can be airsoft. You know what I mean? But just expect to be playing with a bunch of like teenage boys, because that is the demographic. I'm sorry that I keep knocking my microphone. It's pretty difficult here in the land of Addie. I need a new microphone arm, I think. I need a low-profile microphone arm. This is too much. I just know that I went... Oh, my brother did it, and then I went to school with a bunch of paintball kids. Katie says, you cannot tell whether someone is a boy or a girl just by looking at them anyway. Yeah, it's weird. Pez says, I had the horrifying realization that the profile picture I'm currently drawing, if I turn the saturation down, it becomes a Homestuck troll. Pez, is this not a realization, but an understanding of the Homestucky that's inside of you truly, that you need to accept and just read Homestuck? Socket says, I'll beat them with my surprisingly stealthy self. I mean, yeah, I mean, like, a big part of paintballing is being a sneaky sneak. A sneaky little socket. Look at that. Alliteration. Sneaky little socket. Paz says, a Homestucky? Yes, Paz, you're a Homestucky. Even though that you've never read Homestuck, you're a Homestucky. Emma says, my mother paid £70 on paintball tickets for me for my 18th birthday, and I couldn't organize 10 people. Oh, like you went paintballing? Well, Emma, I don't know. I don't think we, like, maybe... I feel like a lot of people are not cut out to be a leader in a lot of sort of ways. Like, paintballing, squad leading is fucking hard. Emma says, no, I didn't, because I couldn't organize anything. Oh, you couldn't get, like, 10 homies together? Damn, that's depressing. Like, you couldn't go on, like, Craigslist or something and been like, hey, I'm looking for 10 people to paintball with. I'm sure people would have came just to fucking paintball for free. Soul says, I'm tired of retail misgendering from customers. Yeah, and it's always just like, it's either somebody being like, oh, I made a mistake, or it's some douche doing it like intentionally to be a prick. And I feel like the latter is becoming more common, misgendering, I mean, in public spaces. Okay. Amanda says, I've been paintballing once, and I don't think I ever got hit because I hid the whole time. Amanda, this is so in character for you that you hid. I feel like out of the bimbos, I would be the one that is most likely to win a paintball game. But I wouldn't win in reality. I'm just the most likely out of the bimbos. Alright, give me a second, kids. I only got 45 seconds left, so. Okay, whew. Painkiller in my body. Let me tell y'all, I am actually genuinely pretty scared. For the past couple of years, every time I get my period, I get like this horrible back pain, my lower back. And a few weeks ago, I went to my physical therapist while I was on my period, and I told her about this lower back pain, and she started like checking it out, and she goes, well, this isn't muscular or spinal. Like, I can't determine where the pain is coming from. And she was like, so in this area is where your kidneys are, so it could be your kidneys. So when you're on your period, you gotta go to the doctor to see if it's your kidneys. And I haven't been able to go to the doctor since because I don't have any freaking I don't have any insurance. Uh-oh, children, we might need to take a little bit of a longer break because the library I use for Half-Life 2 isn't open. I pinged the person. They're gonna get off, but just gonna take a little bit. Oh, it's Aster! Hello! Hello! Emma says, I did laser tag in a forest. Listen, we'll sit and just chatting while we wait for the Steam library to open up. I'm so sorry about this, gang. This usually does not happen because I usually own the games that I play. But y'all wanted to see Half-Life 2 and I didn't own it. Oh, they said, ah! Okay, they're getting off. Stay. Sockets is Aster. Okay. Our sneaky little sockets is Aster. Okay. Katie says, I think a lot of people will probably just say it's an accident whether it was or not anyway. I mean, true. But I feel like if people... I feel like really truly a lot of people are not as transphobic as it appears it may be. Maybe I just say that to make me feel better about the shitty world that we live in, but I just feel like a lot of people are just thick instead of outwardly horrible. Okay, the game this person is playing is quote unquote takes ages to close. So Pez says, I've only ever won at our school's poker tournament. That was the only sports competition thingy I won. Poker is not a sport, Pez. You won a competition. You didn't win a sport. It's okay to say you've never won a sport. I feel like the evolution of who I am has been so interesting. Like, I used to be like a pretty athletic, douchey jock type of person. But now I'm like the opposite. I'm like a pasty little nerd who can't... Do y'all hear that? It's open. So let me just change the game to Half-Life 2. Bimbo plays Half-Life 2 and sucks. Okay. I'm just mean to myself all the time. with these titles. I'm just like, look at this stupid dumbass who can't play any video games. What a dum-dum. Soul says, and when they don't know how to gender me, they'll glance down at my crotch. Then, ooh, I don't even want to say that out loud, Soul, because it's just horrible, and I'm sorry that you had to go through that. It's fucking awful. Emma says 80% of the British public supports trans people in the polls. It's literally just the editors of the media. Pat says poker is a sport, Addie. No. Paz says Addie transition jock to nerd. Yep. Amanda says I'm a pasty little nerd. Boing. Pocket says I won a class spelling bee at elementary school because no one except me knew how to spell sandwich. Oh, what the F, Addie? Why did you load it? Save it here, you bitch. Sorry, I'm mad at myself for doing this to myself. Sorry, Socket says, no one except me knew how to spell sandwich, and even then I had to remind the teacher that I hadn't gone. Defining a character moment. Wow. 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 Imagine, well, this reminds me of a story. In the 6th grade, we were doing a spelling bee, and like one of the girls that is like National Junior Honor Society, you know, one of those types of bitches, and she got up on stage and it was her turn to spell a word, and the lady on the intercom goes, okay, spell cookie, and we're all sitting there like, it's cookie, this is an easy word. I'm like, we're all like not even paying attention, and she spells it C-O-C-K-I-E. I was like, oh my god, this bitch did not just spell cocky in front of the entire school. It was very embarrassing. They were like, no, you spelled cookie wrong. And ever since then, I've referred to that girl in my mind as the cookie girl. She spelled cookie wrong as cocky. Oh my god, I hate this fucking area of the map. It sucks. It's like, this is pain. If there was pain as a video game level, this would be it. I would say